experience that our FBOs around the world have it. And so, first of all, I know, and you can tell, you're such a great FBO, beautiful, into fitness, into fashion. And I know you, I'm just talking to you, you've been working with a Canadian company for like 15 years, creating this, you know, career, an endless career, right? That was just repetition and it's all about you working for someone else. And then forever came to your life. So can you tell us a little bit about that transition, that change of mind, what made you decide to look for an opportunity and how forever came to you?
Yes, so I met the product 10 years ago, and I love the products because I was an open person to be careful with my health. So I love the products, and I'm a woman. I love the skincare products. I was working hard for 15 years in a corporate environment. I loved my job, and I thought that I will retire from that area. Because I'm coming from a family which were teaching me to be a good employer. I was not, my family didn't have a business, so I didn't know to be an entrepreneur. But I was a good, I was working hard to have a career in my corporate environment. I was traveling around the world, and it was so great for me because I was a young woman traveling around the world in nice cities like Hong Kong or other big capitals. So it was a beautiful life. And I got married and became better my life. But I started to be disappointed about the time I was spending so much in my business trips. My husband knew, he's a great guy. My husband knew about my career, knew about that I was so dedicated to my career. He knew that I was loving what I was doing, but I was feeling that something was missing in our life. I was working hard for our family to have a great lifestyle, to have holidays like in beautiful places and exotic places. But I was feeling like I was happy 2 weeks per year, and the rest of the time I was away and I was not enjoying my life with my family. My first time when forever came in my life, I was skeptic. 10 years ago, my husband had the vision that, okay, if you love the product, you can make a big business. And I was a little bit skeptic because I was not prepared. I was not prepared to see other opportunities until 5 years ago. And when I was so tired and I was in, let's recognize that me and my husband 5 years ago, we were discussing about divorcing. And I knew that I need to do something else. I knew that my life is not about just be fulfilled in one area, to have a career and not to miss the other part of my life. I was feeling like I need abundance, to have an abundant life, to be fulfilled in all my life areas. So I started to think about my actual life at that time and to think about if I would love that life in 5 years, in 10 years. And when I put my vision and I started to see my life in 10 years, I said, I don't like it. So it's time to make a change. And I announced my husband that, okay, I'm prepared to look at the forever opportunity. And he was so happy because he had this vision. He knew that he opened this in our family. And I said, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is the freedom to work with my family, to work, to make it, to start it in part-time. Because I was having a full-time job and I was working so hard, not 8 hours, 10 hours, maybe, you know, as an executive, maybe somebody knows as an executive corporate person, you work many hours. So I had, okay, this is exactly the opportunity. I can switch from my corporate life to the real life. And 1 year and a half, I was starting to do it in parallel. I was allocating few hours per week, but I knew that few hours per week for my business were like few steps for my freedom, for my life.
Well, Millie, I know there are a lot of ladies right now that probably are in your shoes. You know what I mean? Like at this moment, because they are working for another business, they are working for someone else, they're putting a lot of time. And of course, that means it's unbalanced, right? It's kind of like you saw, you had the vision, you were unhappy, you were almost coming into, breaking a relationship, a family practically, because of you not being there. So at least you were able to, like a wake-up call and say, you know what, this is not for me. It's unbalanced. I want to have a balanced life. And I know it's a lot of people that are going through that right now. And I think what you're trying to tell them is that it's possible, that if they put even 2 hours at a time, slowly, step by step, some small investment in this, they can have what you have right now, which is seriously, you are practically on the top, and then I know you have a lot of more goals. So besides that, what make you like say this is enough? When did you decide to stop working for another company and someone else and decide